everybody, this is Alexis Raquel. I am your hostess for the BEAUTYRUS podcast for beauty industry professionals. Listen, if you are a professional, you already know how it goes down behind the chair, okay? So tonight's episode is going to be about the common challenges that beauty industry professionals face in the beauty industry. And if you are a professional, you already know that that list can be as long as the Chinese wall, okay? So we're going to talk about some of the challenges, whether they're personal, dating. We're going to talk about the challenges in business, whether it's customer service or skill set. We're going to cover a little bit of everything, okay? And I'm not here by myself tonight. I have a special guest, okay? She's a leader. She's a community leader in Columbia, South Carolina. She's also a evangelist. She's a minister through her words, through her actions. She's also an educator and a barber school owner, okay? So listen, there's many hats that she wears, and I'm not gonna run them all down, but she does not need an introduction. She's impactful, she's igniteful, and she is very, very, very valuable to me and very close to my heart. So without further ado, I'm going to introduce you guys to, introduce the son, reintroduce to Minnie, Dr. Tiffany Kenzater.
What's up, everybody? I'm so glad to be here on BEAUTYRUS podcast with the millionaire. Hey!
My twin,
hey! What's going on, everybody? Thanks so much, though. I'm so proud of you. I appreciate you having me on. Okay.
I'm excited to have you, so thank you.
Listen, with all these challenges that we around here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Look, I'm new to the industry. If anybody doesn't know, I'm 5 years in, and this is what you would call a veteran. Listen, from teaching to school to opening a school, there are so many challenges that come with just that, right? So this is where we're going to have that conversation and talk about the challenges, not only the challenges, but how to get through those challenges. Because a lot of times you feel like you want to quit. You want to give up, throw in the towel. Okay, they don't like the hairstyle. All right, I'm going to just go get a job. I'm not getting booked this week. I'm just gonna get a 9 to 5. So let me, before we even get into the conversation, I want her to just tell a little bit more about herself, who she is, what she does, so that y'all can follow her. Even if you need her services, when she lets you know what she does, make sure y'all contact her and upgrade your business, your brain, and your mindset. Okay?
Yeah, so I am Tiffany Ignite. Igniting people to do what it is God is calling them to do. I'm very much so purpose-driven, a purpose-based business owner and service provider. I started out right in these neck of the woods actually as a little young lady, knowing nothing about entrepreneurship, being raised by my grandmother. My mother was in the streets on drugs. My father was a city over. And my grandma, I just always watched my grandma work them doubles, make the necessary sacrifices to raise me and one of my siblings, because we were split up. I'm the oldest of 4 kids. And by the time I was 12 years old, my grandma allowed me to start doing crochets and braids in the neighborhood while we was playing, playing step team and all of that stuff. And people was paying me, and this year will be about 25 years ago, telling my age. 25 years ago, I was making about $50, $150, doing those box braids or those crochets and things like that. Still knowing nothing about business. Always having that work ethic and that go up, that go get it drive. And now I'm here, not because I planned, but because God planned for me to be here. I actually ran from this call, but it always found me. Opportunity always presented itself. Actually, had opportunity of being a shampoo assistant, but my gift made room for me, so I'm shampooing and assisting on the front end, on the back side of the house. In Miss Deidre's hair spot, I was able to braid the little girls, the kids' hair. So I'm just making money on the front and the back end. And that's around the time when I had my first son. I'm just kind of speed through the story. From there, I had people encouraging me to just, girl, you need to, get your hair business license, get something. I'm like, I don't see why y'all keep trying to tell me to do this stuff here. And I took them up on their advice. I got it. I still worked the job. And next thing you know, I was a single mom, 20 years old. Had my second child, was married about 3 years later. I got married, had my second child. They're about 5 years apart. Still doing this hair thing. But now I done branded myself with my second child. I'm Tiffany Styles. Coined that name. because I know I just wanted people, when they thought of hair, when they thought of styles, think of me, because that's how I fed my family, you know. And next thing you know, when opportunity presents itself, you know, go dive out there, get a suite. You know, I knew how to work with people. I knew how to work alone. I think that's some of the stuff that we need to know how to do as well. Opportunity present itself, went in somebody else's salon again, like a team format, but it was a different layout. That was awesome. Went back to the mall, grew there some more, but then it was when your crew ain't trying to grow. It's like, okay, it's about to be time to go. Yeah. It's time to go because they're going to hate on you when you the one trying to clean and, you know, take things up to the next level. It's going to be like who you think you is. And really, you want to treat people's stuff like it's yours. Regardless of what you think you're going to get, what you want to get in the future, and treat people's stuff like it's yours. And I made a decision, even though I had favor in that place, I didn't have to leave that place. That was sweet on my pockets and everything, but I put myself in an uncomfortable position to pay more. And more came. Yeah, more came. I went in another environment with more people. I met some amazing women up in there with my ghetto self, if you must say. I was always known for being rough around the edges and stuff like that, but I grew. I was loved on. My children was loved on in that place. And in that place, I was prophesied to in 2013, which that's my first graduate, prophesied to me 10 years ago. 10 years ago, about 15 years ago, and said you will open up your own shop. And no lie, less than 8 months later, I was down off Donis Ferry Road, had my own barbershop. And I thank him even to this day. I said, your word, it came to pass. The word God had you to speak to me that night, it came to pass. And even when it came to pass, I put myself in a situation to serve another, one of the greatest. And shouts out to Callie Dawes. She was the weave duchess in that season right there.
For real. Y'all don't know Callie. Y'all know Callie.
Yeah, and she's literally from California. When I want my weave done, it's her. Kim Yada, like it's a lot of us came from the trenches, you know, from the hood. That's why you'll never find me dissing a kitchen tissue. Yeah. You'll never find me doing it. Because when you really good, that's where the great ones come from. Yeah. That's where the great ones come from.
House in and out.
I mean, they trapping, we booming. I'm telling you, made the shouts out to everybody, and that's why I really do what I do the way I do it. Because I'm inspired by everybody. Because everybody that got a license don't really got it. Some of us born with it, but I push that education in a non-traditional way because I know what it feels like to not even know who you are. Yeah. And people always gravitated to me. Even in my barbershops, you know, that's how we met. Mm-hmm. You admired me, you know, when you was in school, about to graduate. You came into my
first shop, y'all, that I ever worked in after graduating from college. I'm honored. And I am honored. And that's another thing too, like just seeing how things come full circle, waiting and being patient with waiting for your turn. Yeah. That, you know, it's hard to wait for your turn when you want something so bad. And you're trying and it's failing, but only God.
Listen.
Only God.
And when you say just want it bad, like what I admire about you is your hunger. That, I mean, I love it. You've always been hungry. I love that we're able to sit in this place even going through that season, because what you wanted in that season, I was in a place where I'm like, I gotta go get more. Yeah. So I gotta get it to give it. But if I would have met you what 5 years prior to that, you would have absorbed everything I was pouring. Yeah. You know, I'm always willing to pour, but I had did some self-evaluation and I knew I needed more. Yeah. Because if I stay in this place, I won't have the capacity for the ones that God sent, and I would have cheated my next season, which I had to be a little selfish, and I'm so glad you
I'm so glad you were selfish.
I can't, and that goes into the challenge, like I can't get what I want the way I want it, when I want it, how I want it, from who I want it from. Then that's where some problems arise at. And then we got unnecessary strife in the industry amongst the professionals, whether we sisters or brothers and sisters. You know, we got unnecessary strife, and now we can't even work together like we could, which affects the way we service the customers and the way we show up in the industry, because now we're not unified. Yeah. And that's the trick of the enemy.
And that right there, before we're going to get into you know, the common challenges, because that was definitely a point to be made, because it starts with us.
Yeah.
It starts with us. Yeah, you definitely made a great point about that, just being something, the constant back and forth between industry professionals, because it does take a toll on the client. It does take a toll on the service that's provided. So let's get into the common challenges and let's talk a little bit more about that camaraderie and things like that. So when let's say you are in a salon, you talked about that earlier, saying that you've been in a suite, you've been in a full service where everybody's on the floor,
men and women.
Right, you've been co-ed and you've been by yourself.
Yeah.
So what would you say would be the major difference in those different environments and the common challenges you face in each
what you don't have control over?
Right.
What you do not have control over in a co-ed situation. And I'm a barber at heart, the men, when they see beautiful women, they don't care if it's us, they co-workers or the client. They like lists. They like hound dogs in there. So you want to have a sense of humor, because men gonna be men. But in that space, sometimes you don't get money too, because some people say, "Well, I'm not coming to you because of that space." The ones that do come, they look forward to, sometimes, especially on Friday night, Saturday, we looking forward to the cut up.
Yeah.
Everybody know, if you want to cut up and see some action, put me on the booth for Friday and Saturday. So when you can identify that, you can take those moments that could be challenging and you book accordingly.
Yeah.
You gotta have good communication skills to talk, so that's some of the meeting, like, listen, my client didn't like when you was trying to holler at her last week, this, that, and the other. But if you're communicating and people are able to be enlightened on what they might have done when they didn't know that they was doing it, then change will happen. That's when you have that family environment and you appreciate what each other bring to the table, because that's really how you get to grow. Also because of the attraction of the opposites.
Yes. I agree with that, and that's why even for me, I'm in a suite now, but I definitely do enjoy and miss the camaraderie of a family salon, because like you can look to your left and your right and you learn from somebody. You know what I'm saying? Free. Because even with myself, I'm hungry. Like you said, I'm a student always, and like I'm in the suite for myself, and of course I did it for my clients. But I want to learn.
It's seasonal.
I want to hit. I don't want it no more.
When I went into the suite, or when I even do a sweet thing, I think it's seasonal, because it allows you just to, quiet the noise, really know what it is you're bringing to the table, give your clients that independence of what you have to offer. That's a luxury. We got to understand that's luxury. So if I can get back on this floor or be near a floor to continue to grow my brand, even if I'm rebranding now, I need y'all to understand that. See, it's communication got to go on both ends, and when those seasons shift, you got to know the why. You got to know how to do it. I think that's a part of what I bring as well, like that transitional part of me. I operate with like a apostolic anointing as well. So that transitional, when it's time to switch and build and know the why, it don't matter how foolish it look. It don't matter when the clients don't even understand. We gotta do this. We gotta do this, and we gotta do it now. And you gotta trust that, because when you don't trust it and when you don't move, it'll mess up. It'll mess up so many things. I had some sisters say, man, I was trying to figure out why you kept moving all the time, but now I'm seeing it's making sense now. Certain things had to be done, but really people don't move because they scared to move, and they'll talk you out of your move. Just do it. Just do it, and that's when you can see who's your loyal client. You can see who's proud of you. You get to see who is who as you're growing and elevating and transitioning. I'm telling you, because some people will want, if it was up to the people, I'll still be behind the chair. I would not even be in this position right now. I would be fully booked behind the chair, miserable.
Sad, feet toe up, hands.
And disobedient to what God wanted me to do for my next season, which is now, So you gotta trust the process and not let people really hold you to a place that you've outgrown. Also, that's very important.
That is very important, and I love how you said that. Like you said, sometimes people they project their fears onto you, and then you're like, dang, maybe they right.
Maybe I shouldn't.
Maybe I shouldn't do that. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, if God gave you the idea, gave you the thought, gave you the, whatever it is, go ahead and do it.
In that moment, that I'm speaking of, I was so aggravated with God moving me.
Mm-hmm.
When they said it, I was like, you just need to really shut up, you know, because I'm already mad that I got to move anyway.
I don't even want to do it.
You know, I don't even want to do it.
Right.
And that's when you know it's a God thing.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
I don't know what the other side of this is going to look like.
Yeah.
But I got to move because I feel it. I know He's telling me to do it. I don't want to hear y'all mouth, but I don't care about what y'all got to say over what He's telling me to do.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, you got to trust that.
Yeah.
Cause it's worth it,
yeah.
you know.
And like you said, I think I saw a little thing on Facebook, a meme, and it was like, it was a picture of God, and he had a bigger bear behind his hand.
I love that.
And the little boy was crying about the little bear.
I got something big.
You don't even know what I got for you.
I got something big for you.
Let's go. Let's swap it out. Let's swap it out. You don't know what I got, but let's swap it out. Trust me. I'm asking you to trust me. Blind. What I got bigger.
Trust me, blind.
We need to go get in the church. We ain't gonna get in the church. That's another episode of that. Okay. But yes, that is a challenge. You know, thinking small-minded and being around people that keep you small-minded. Like she said, I'm very hungry, so I need people around me and in my circle that are hungry too. Let's eat the plate up. I'm talking about greed. Greed. You want your food? I'm that hungry. You want to be a student. You want to be in the place, in the midst, getting touched, getting your ears touched, your hands touched. And just being in a space with people like this, people that are educated, people that are passionate, people that are not only helping themselves but helping others, because there are a lot of people that's not doing that.
When you said the ears touch, I want to address a challenge that I have to deal with. To make sure the trust is proven on the front end before I even exchange any monies with anybody. One of the challenges is a lot of people are lacking integrity. So they are ripping people off. Taking advantage of new people. That's another reason why I'm doing what I do. And even with the mentorship, because so many people are being robbed blind, not given anything of value based upon the hunger. Yeah. But are so naive. And by the time people get to me, they done spent the money with the wolf. And now,
they're looking at you.
You know, I'm like, gotta overwork to make sure that you don't think and overprove.
Yeah.
Through my character, my reputation, and everything to make sure that you don't think I'm one of them.
Yeah.
Because maybe I don't sell it the way they sold it to you.
Baby.
You know, and I'm like, that is definitely a challenge that I've had to personally, strategically allow God to position me in the industry. So that way is that people are ready for me. They're gonna respect what I charge and see what I give, because I'm gonna over deliver. And every time I give myself a raise, it's because I really want to reach you and give you what you need, so you don't get played by the people that's ready to play you.
Yeah.
And the thing is, you never know who they are until we get behind closed doors. Yeah. And if you are not seasoned and wise, you will allow the wolf to make you look bad first. Yeah. So now I understand why I had to get emotionally mature, get that intelligence. I understand why God was pruning me and building me when it seemed like nobody wanted to invite me. I'm getting you ready. Because when it's time for you to rise, you haven't been contaminated by them. Yeah. So when you speak, you're speaking as my voice for me, and I dare them to come against
or to condemn anything you say.
Play with it, because it's gonna be the truth. Yeah. When you have people behind the scenes that can pray for you, encourage you, and stuff like that, and you learn the why that you can't say nothing right now, because when the time comes and it's time to speak, then your hands clean too. So that's what I love. Yeah.
Man, we're not gonna get into church, okay? But the fact that you said that has been confirmation, because Pastor, I go to the brook, and literally said that this Sunday. Baby, he said sometimes y'all gotta shut your mouth.
Zip it.
Hush. And that's my problem. Hush. I wanna give and help and assist and push and grow. But you gotta do that for you. I gave that to you. I didn't say nothing to nobody right now.
Not right now.
Not right now?
Hold it.
Even if it's turmoil, go through it right now by yourself. Hold it.
Hold it.
Yeah. Like she said, another challenge is letting too many negative things come in your space, in your ear, getting affected by that, letting other people project their fears onto you, the lack of ambition onto you. Everybody's not as ambitious as you. Everybody doesn't want to be an entrepreneur.
Correct.
Let's talk about that.
I had to learn, especially when you're ready to scale a business, you're gonna need those interns.
Yes.
So everybody's not gonna pay the cost to be the boss. It costs. It might look cute. It might look cute on our little photo shoots and everything. But the behind the scenes is not a 9 to 5 because it's always working. It's never off. Even when we're off, we're still working or we're thinking about how to make sure we're rested for the work that we still got to go into next because y'all get to clock out. There's no clocking out. You know, when it comes
on their website.
Yeah, you're doing something.
Media.
You're building some part of your business. Especially if you got to scale it to the next level, if you got a team that you have to train, if you don't want to continue to be a solopreneur, which I don't.
Yeah.
I want the team. So that way I'm the least important person in the business.
Come on now.
So that's
the big head kahuna be the only one with the chip.
Yeah, and that's a challenge. People don't know how to work as a team. People don't want to collab. People want to compete. That's one of the challenges.
Come on now. Talk about that. In our time, what we had the bartering system.
People don't.
We didn't have money to exchange. We had services and
swapping money for.
So we could be saving. I could be swapping my service for service, and my 150, 250s in my pocket or in my bank account.
Or going where it need to go, and let me give you what you need, and you give me what I need, and we done. Our needs are met. That's all that matters. Can our needs be met? Because your service and the skill is greater than the little money tool.
It's gone. The money be gone. We just talked about that. I could do a head today and make $280, $300. By the time I get home at 7 at night, I done spent $150. So I really did the head for $120.
That part.
You know what I'm saying?
So it's like, okay, now I'm seeing this.
Yeah.
Then the challenge is, am I literate in my finances? Am I literate in my finances? And do I have a poverty mindset to be scared to spend? Because you can't be scarcity minded and afraid to spend the money because a tight fist, none go in, none come out. So you gotta know where to what ground to put the money in to get the return.
Come on now. Even to go a little bit psychological, a lot of times your relationship with money started a long time ago.
Yeah, with
your mama and your daddy.
Only thing with my parents, my mama say this all the time. She say, I ain't never had a problem getting no money. Mm-hmm. My daddy, I never had a problem.
Never.
Do I know how to say this?
Yeah.
Do I know how to grow it? And that's where we gotta analyze ourselves.
Yeah.
Can I get money? That's my strength.
Yeah.
Can I keep it and grow it? And do I know what to do with it?
Yeah.
That's the weakness.
Mm-hmm.
All I know how to do is get the money.
Yeah.
Do I know how to grow the money?
Mm-hmm.
You gotta be honest with this.
Yeah.
That's a challenge.
Yeah, and that us being business owners and not just service providers.
Mm-hmm.
Our Friday and our payday.
That part.
Monday is the BI day. We'll be like, okay, now I can see. Now I can see what I made.
Work smart. You gotta think. You gotta invest in classes so the business side can grow. Other than that, you spinning wheels and going nowhere. You're on a hamster wheel.
And going in circles fast, nowhere.
Going nowhere. Tired.
Real fast.
Tired.
And even to speak on that, like you said, because you do work with upcoming professionals and even some that are already in the industry for a minute. So what would you say are some essential skills, qualities, things about them that they need to possess to be successful? And not successful as in money-wise, but being successful as a brand, as a business.
Those soft skills, life skills is one of the chapters in our barber. Mm-hmm. Those soft skills, just having those people skills. Mm-hmm. I don't know why they call them soft because that's one of the hardest things.
Yeah.
For individuals to learn, you need to know how to work with people. You need to know how to understand people, and in order to understand people, you gotta know how to understand yourself. What's gonna work, what's not gonna work, because if your money is tied to your relations and your relationships, you could be costing you a whole lot. So that means you're gonna have to put yourself in situations, in rooms, in uncomfortable environments to really get these soft skills though. And it might cost you. It might cost you. But you need somebody to help work that in you, because everybody's not gonna like the you that you think is all of that. Yeah. It might not be. It might be, costing you more than you willing to pay.
That's not the best version of you.
That's not the best version of you. One of the things that I wanted to do around the time that we met, I was like, Lord, I'm gonna need to work on my public speaking. I felt like, because I'm Southern, I know I got this country grammar.
I love it.
Yeah, and that's what I sound like. I don't want to lose that, but I don't want to sound like the most unintelligent person in the room, Lord. I don't want that. I need people to take me serious. I don't want to sound like no country bumpkin. So what I did, I studied. I got in school. I read more. I did some things. I'm restudying, going over different material. And as you're doing that, you're developing.
Yeah.
You're internally developing. That is important. Yeah. Self-development, personal development, it overflows into your business. Yeah. It overflows into your business. So that not willing to go through that, that's what I see a lot of people, that's a challenge as well too. A lot of people don't want to put themselves through that self-development, that personal development process. Yeah. Because it's painful.
It's hard.
Oh yeah, it's
hard. Now, it's like you have to sit in your mess. Imagine taking a big, imagine taking a big dookie and you gotta sit in it. And you like, ugh. It's uncomfortable. Yeah. And I'm in that season. Yeah. Where I'm realizing like, wow. I want more. I want better for me, for people.
When you want it, it's happening. You will see it. The people around you will see it. They'll see it before you see it. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. And next thing you know, you're in a whole new place. Yeah. You know, you're in a whole new dimension. Yeah. And you can still be authentically you. Yeah. That's the thing. I never wanted to be so till it take away from me that makes me who I am. Because I'm like, the people that love me, they love that part of me. Don't turn me into no little shell. Yeah, no little tight shoes. Oh, man. Don't kill my vibe. Don't kill my vibe. Come on. But they know when it's business, it's business. Yeah. You know, it's business, but I love to have fun. I love to cut the food. But I'm so adamant about letting people know, who God called them to be, what it is God called them to do. And I'm here for that task. That's what I love.
Yeah, I love that. I love that so much. And we only listed a few challenges. Listening to the wrong people, having the wrong people in your circle, not investing in your education, not being hungry, and putting yourself in these spaces to be uncomfortable. Like she said, she had to get uncomfortable. She had to move a few times when she didn't want to. Imagine how hard-headed we are when we know it's God telling us, it be God telling you, move, and you hear it, and you like, I'm gonna just stay right here. You know what I'm saying? And you crying, and you, no. He'll kick you out, and that's what she said, he will make you uncomfortable, because when you get uncomfortable, then you start moving. Yeah. You start moving, and even if it ain't in the right direction, it's in a direction. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So like she said, those are just some of the common challenges that we face as industry professionals. We ain't even touched on, the clients that come in with high expectations. But also you as an industry professional, you need to have high expectations for yourself as well on what you're giving out and what you're putting out on your client and on the internet.
Because that's a problem.
That's a problem. Quality over quantity.
That part, because a lot of the TikToks and the stuff, they like, where's the real stylist? Yeah. Because we're not getting any shampoos, we're not getting this, but they want all our money. Now and what I love about the challenge,
I love that,
is it sets it up for us to be more in demand though. What I love about talking about these issues, because it's like, well, if I heard y'all was looking for me, us.
I heard y'all looking for us. Here we go.
BEAUTYRUS, okay, come on. Because that's some of the issues. You're not really taking care of these people's hair, and you only want the money. You're not putting yourself in a position to really be educated, to really do what it is you feel like you're good at, because you want to half do it. Half meaning you might have did a great job, but could you have done better? Yes. And people gonna do what we allow. Yeah. And we'll do what the people allow us to do as well too. So the truth be told is, I always want to give my best. I'm fortunate enough to have people that believe in the things that I didn't even know how to do before I knew how to do it, right? But when you have those type of people believing in you, you owe it to them to go get education. Further your education. Continue your education. Yes. Further your education. Continue your education. Yes. Get the knowledge and know which side of the education you need to pull from. If you skilled up, it's people that done been in my classes. I'm like, what are you here for? Because you're the greatest in the city. You good at that. Because it might have been a braid class. And she was like, I'm here for the business. I admire your business stance. I admire how you show up as a businesswoman. I'm like, well, wow, glad to have you. Because hands down, your braids look better than mine. But your work speaks for itself.
And like you said, that is another challenge. It's a business side. We know a lot of people that have the skill down pat. But it's that customer service. I go to your website, you yelling at me. Am I getting cursed out before I get in the chair? I'm not coming.
Listen,
I'm not coming.
It's a lot of toxic business going on.
Yeah.
On our end, they say. Yeah. That's what's word on the streets.
Yeah.
And which conflicts with the deposits and the why and the rules and all of the stipulations. And that is a challenge that I've been hearing about as well. I haven't had a problem with that because I kind of, when I was, or if was to do any personal services, I kind of handled that one-on-one. I would consult, my consultation would kind of consist of this is how it is to book me, this is why, from that trust factor that I like to build. And if they want to move forward, we do. If not, it's no problem. They can go wherever and do whatever work, if the deposit work or, the person that you can find that's in your aid. It's no loss for me.
Yeah.
So that's how I kind of handle that. But I see a lot of people complaining, and I'm like, nobody made you push that cash out button. Nobody made you
send that.
Nobody made you send that. And if that ain't what you wanted and you wasn't feeling that, you should have kept searching.
Yeah.
And if the people are searching for the people with the quality, then quality got to show up. So it don't matter if you're afraid of Facebook or whatever. Somebody needs your work.
Yeah.
And you need that money. You got bills to pay.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's where that marketing come in at, because that's what you're good at.
Yeah.
You're a beast with it. Yeah. So it's different services that can be provided to you if you want to hire somebody to still let the people know where to find you at. Because if you are operating in integrity and you are able to slay these heads, it's people ready to spend money with you, whether you take deposits or not. But they need to know that you're here and you're not willing to use the platforms, the free platforms, to let somebody know that you got visibility to your brand, who you are, what you offer, so they can come to your business, whether you're a solopreneur, the owner of the salon,
or a part of a brand.
A part of a brand, right? Yeah. And when you are a part of a brand, and I'll say this too, I think some people don't respect being a part of brands. This dynamic platform has been here for 10 years. Dynamic, when people hear it, they think about me. Anybody that come through my brand, the light is going to be shined on you. So that us coming together is a power force. Never be intimidated by a brand that's in place for you, and your brand can come inside. Always represent that brand, because your brand could be the leading brand. When others come into your brand, you reassure them that your brand won't dim their light, but together we're all going to shine. I think that now, 10 years later from when I initially opened, I say that from the bottom of my belly, because I'm not in competition with no co-labor.
None.
I'm not in competition with no student. Understand, you found me because of the brand. This brand gonna turn right back around and shine a light on you, give you a platform. So always appreciate and honor where you work at. Be proud of it. Even if you're your own boss, treat that suite like it's your own, but honor the umbrella, right? Because one day that'll switch. And that's why I said,
you'll be on top.
You're on top.
And you got umbrella.
And those seeds that you sow, don't get mad when you gotta eat them. When you're sweeping those floors, making sure the chair look good, not knowing I was gonna open my own, less more to have my own school. Guess what? I don't mind doing the work. I don't mind doing it.
It was put you in a position.
So you gotta be truthful with who you are. If you know that you the one that do the less and you could be doing more, self-evaluate yourself while you listen to this podcast. And say, you know what, tomorrow when I show up at work, I'm gonna be a team player. I'm gonna lift the load off the owner.
If I see trash,
I'm gonna pick it up. I'm not gonna walk over it and leave it, because it could have been your trash. You know, I remember.
And as a salon owner, like you said, even as a school owner, you're everything. You're the CEO, the janitor, the accountant, the bookkeeper.
15 hands. You're the marketer, the developer, the research department, admin.
Come on, man.
What you talking about?
Come on, man.
You doing the events, you're the event coordinator, everything, right? And when you know the roles of operation, you appreciate the people that come in as your team start growing. You appreciate it. You won't be afraid to fire. That can be a challenge too, because hiring and finding good people, that's a challenge. When they come, if they're good, you want them to stay, but you okay if they go, because guess what? You've already innately, you know how to do the work, and now you know how to find the work, and you should know how to say, is work available? Yeah. When you're growing a business, you got to say, hey, we're hiring for this position. This work is available. Do you want to work here and do it? Because that's a whole nother level versus you just coming and going on the level of just, boofing and stuff like that. It's different levels.
And even with that, some people just want to boo from it. Cool. Like you say, you have to know who you are and what you're doing it for. If that's what you want to do, you come in, pay your money, go on about your
business. Happy doing that.
Be happy doing that. But you, like she said, you have to take that inventory and that time, because that's another challenge. Some people don't want to take that time to sit in self and get better.
Yeah.
It's gonna hurt for a little bit, but that hurt gonna turn into power.
Yeah.
Later on, and that's what I'm realizing too. And it's gonna be lonely too.
Yeah.
I feel like that's another thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
You gotta be okay with being by yourself and doing it alone.
You got to be okay with that. Yeah. I think that's the God factor.
Yeah.
It's so many people that could have helped me get so many things done, and honestly made my journey, I feel, a lot easier.
Yeah.
But when you recognize the God factor in it, you appreciate those times when there's nobody around.
Because I'd rather be indebted to God than indebted to you.
I owe no man nothing but love.
Yeah.
I owe you nothing but love, because you can't say that I made it because of you. No, because y'all wasn't here.
I gave her that, I paid for them keys.
Hey, you wasn't here. It was me and God and them children. And
they came here and painted.
Listen.
God did
it. God did it.
I lit her that one chair.
God did it.
I don't even got it in here.
What's so funny? I was going through some of our old archive videos, and I was telling some people when we was waiting on the process of opening, it was one chair in here, like forever. I'm like, waiting, these 10 chairs, these 9 more chairs. I said, this is the slowest I've ever received my equipment. If this was a barbershop, I would open it up in 2 weeks. I said, I had one chair. I was telling my mother, I said, that one chair was looking at me, and I was looking at it, and I was like, God, you're gonna have to do something. Cause how we gonna get these?
You ain't gonna be long chairs. And look at it. Look at it.
17 months later. 17 months later, we are the only female-owned barber school in Richland County. In Richland County. I want to say Columbia, if I'm not mistaken.
I don't think you're mistaken.
Yeah, I want to say Columbia. I've been saying Richland County, but we have been here by faith.
Women's history.
Yeah.
What do y'all mean? And that is just, this is the result of overcoming the challenge. The weapon gonna form, but is it gonna prosper? No. No.
Not at all. If you're able to endure and use those challenges honestly as fuel to your fire. A lot of people allow any little thing to put their fire out. I feel sometimes I refer to myself or people refer to me as a ball of fire.
Yeah.
So hey, sometimes it's good to catch on fire. Catch on fire.
Catch other people on fire.
I want to be around people that lights me up, not drain and deplete me.
Put me out.
Put me out. I'm like, you done pour water all over me. Oh my goodness. You done just blew my little light out. But you want to be so lit.
Yeah.
Because see, those challenges can water you down too. Those challenges can have you discouraged. You know what I'm saying? Not really believing and remembering what it is God done spoke to you in those lonely, those separated seasons, right? No, you gotta hold fast to that stuff and know that all things work together for the good.
Come on, man.
That love the Lord and are called according to His purpose. I gotta give you the word, because that word is the sustainability that keep us when we can't keep ourselves, when who you thought was gonna be your road dog or your partner in crime for the mission, and they not there no more. It's the word that's gonna keep you. It's being able to know where your real true source and who your real true helper is. You cannot put other people before God. That's another challenge. Because we start putting family, friends, and, everybody coming before what you supposed to do. Now you all off track. Relationships too. Getting in the wrong relationships. That's a real thing. I feel like,
and that's a really big challenge as an industry professional. That's probably any professional. having a personal life, a dating life, or having someone that understands what you do and how you do it.
And how it gotta be done
by me
on the front and the back end.
Yeah.
You know, and I feel like we have to know how to identify who's gonna be able to fit in that space and not play around with it. I feel like each time that I could have really went to another place in my career, I noticed I had a child.
Yeah.
I only had a child because I had a man,
Right.
Wouldn't have if I had a man, which was my husband, my exes. But I'm like, if I would have stayed focused and put that, not made that a priority, I did it with good intentions. But if I would have made the choice of what do Tiffany really want, do you really want the family? Because really I do. I would prefer family over money any day. But if what I'm building will set up my family, let me set it up or find somebody that's ready to help me build.
Exactly.
Not bring opposition to what's already laid. Because I'm already in my career. I'm very career driven. I'm passionate about who I'm with too. But I would take away from what I got to pour in to now who's here when it should have been a fair exchange. Yeah. It should have been, hey, stay focused. I know you was on a mission when I met you. What can I do to help you?
Come on now.
What can I do to help you? You gotta know what to listen to.
Oh, you working too hard. When I'm gonna get my time? I mean, dang, can we just go out for an hour? Bro, I'm not trying to have them arguments. That's high school.
And then I will say this. When I was in a place and I was like, God is calling me from behind this chair. You say, no, stay there, stay behind the chair. When I begin to think about that, I'm like, yo, you supposed to say, what is he saying? I'm gonna go into prayer with you. Because when God is telling, he don't reveal everything to us. I just knew it's like I gotta get something from behind this chair. I have 3 children and I cannot give them what they need. This is locking me down. I cannot be where I need to be. In this season, I'm at the school call, I'm on the way. That's the liberty. Entrepreneurship. Hold on, because I gotta let my kids know. Even when we did open house yesterday, my son was about to cancel his plan. We had a date. And I said, no, your date is first. You going to the search.
Come on.
You going to the search. Hold on. Don't you ever do that. If you think I'm about to arrange what we already done agreed for, just remind me so I can stay true to my word that I gave you, because I never want my children to feel like they on the back burner to my career or ministry. You know, and that is a challenge because people don't know how to prioritize who's important. I dare not say I'm working for them and always make them feel like they're not I'm not going to do that. And I made up my mind that that's not what we're going to do. So I always make sure that my kids understand me. Even getting ready to go back into the dating industry, I'm like, hey, do y'all want to see me miserable or y'all want to see me happy?
And I love that.
In a relationship. One of my sons, everybody said, no, we don't want to see you miserable. I don't care who you date. You don't even got to introduce them to me. My other son was like, I want to meet him.
From the day to the
I want to know who he is. Because it's a lot to factor in. It's a lot to factor in because I'm thinking about their safety and protection and they're thinking about me. And then I know that if I put myself in a situation that could jeopardize my safety, it would affect them. So I'm never going to just be thirsty.
Really.
Oh, no, I can't come. Oh, no,
you can't come.
Hold on. And where you be in that? Hold on. Let me see. You know, completely grown, I can do whatever I want to do, but I always think safety. I always think safety because people go on dates and you think it's innocent and they don't make it. And they don't make it back home. You don't win. First of all, you ain't taking me on no hiking date on the first day. I don't even know you.
I don't even like hiking.
We ain't even going out there, and I don't know nothing about out there. We're not going water either. We're going on the water because you could let me drown in the thing. I don't even. No, I can't do that. That's certain things you can swim.
We ain't had time to figure out none of those things.
We don't even know each other.
I don't know your mama number.
I don't know. No. See, but that's how I think.
You go kind of like beyond. But I need to.
Who are you? What have you invested in what I am supposed to be doing for me to put myself in a predicament that could cost me
everything?
And I think that's where our sense of humor comes in too, because if you are dealing with so many challenges and you internalize them, it makes you not want to embrace nothing. It makes you not want to be optimistic, hopeful. about it. I think I'm excited about just really having the sense on the front end to engage in healthy dating.
In healthy conversations.
Meeting a new caliber of individual.
Because you're a new caliber woman. You change and you internalize and you self-develop. Them men around you, the caliber is here. It's like you're top tier.
It's like, oh, okay.
I got access to you.
Everybody.
No. You got access to me.
Okay, we got access to
each other.
So it's like, you know, because everybody not
to swim in this pool.
Yeah, we can go here.
Yeah.
Okay, everybody working. Yeah. Everybody working.
You asking me about my day, I'm asking about your day.
Yeah,
you're investing in me, I'm investing in you.
When you're not doing it, I can pick it up and I can identify it in a very healthy way and remove myself from that situation.
And vice versa, I don't have to hold you hostage. I don't have to check on you 25/8. No.
Yeah.
It's a healthy dynamic because we did the work and we know what is healthy and what is not.
Absolutely.
We're not gonna hold y'all all night. This was an amazing episode, and again, this was our common challenges that beauty industry professionals face in the industry. And this was behind the chair, in front of the chair, at home, at church, you know, because we are human first. Before we're mothers, before we're fathers, before we are service providers, okay? So make sure that you pour into yourself by loving on yourself, by trusting the people that are around you, by trusting God, because the main thing, the main source of energy, light, hope is that man above, okay? And in business and personal, all of that. That's going to help you come out on top of any challenge that you face. They're not going to stop coming. Like we said, the weapon is going to form, but it is not going to prosper. How are you going to overcome those challenges? We're in the second quarter right now. Give them like two little tips that they can use to overcome a challenge.
Stay focused by being intentional about your day, like structuring out and mapping out time, you know. If you feel like you're an unorganized person, get organized, declutter. So definitely declutter and connect with some people that you admire, because they probably have a tool that can inspire you and hold you accountable. Like you were saying, your planning has gotten better. You know, the time
my planning got better because of the people that I'm around. Because they don't play about that. She doesn't play about her calendar. And if it's not on her calendar, it doesn't exist. So I'm like, oh, I like that. Because now I hold myself. If it's not on that calendar, it doesn't exist. And if it's on the calendar, it's important.
Yeah, and it need to get done. And if it don't get done, because we can put quite a few things on that calendar, it's okay. You know, prioritizing, decluttering, and organizing. I think that's because it's still the front end of the year, second quarter. Do that now. So that way, whatever God got for you, you able to show up as strong as you can and just continue to get better, you know, each quarter, each season as we grow.
I love that. Well, I want to tell you thank you so much. And this is my mentor, my friend, my sister from, 2017, 18? It's been full circle, just seeing her grow, just seeing where she is. We're in her school. Dynamic Barber Institute, baby.
Absolutely.
To see that full circle is amazing, and that lets you know that that's God in her. That's God on her. That's God in her. Be all up in her business. Okay. So I do want to again just thank you for being my first guest, my first special guest. I knew it was gonna be crazy. I knew it was gonna be real dynamic. I knew it was gonna be dynamic. I knew it was gonna be igniting. Okay. So I am so grateful to just have this be the first episode to push the narrative of just camaraderie in the beauty industry, because we're better together. We do have to come together in customer service, in skill set period, and just as a whole to bring each other together and to bring us higher. Because like we said before, I don't want to be the only millionaire at the top. I don't want to be the only one full of bread. You know, I got food on my plate, but y'all hungry.
That part.
You know what I'm saying? I need help to eat. You know what I'm saying? I need help with the stuff that's on my plate. So I want to help. You know, I want to do that. And again, if you are a person that's in the industry, whether you want to step out into the industry, or you're a barber, or you want to be a barber, or you already have an established business but want to get the business side of it, this is the woman right here. She's gonna take you, your mindset, and your business to the next level. And if you need marketing, branding, I got you. We're going to make you t-shirts. We're going to get your website. We're going to make sure all of that stuff is on the back end so that you can do what you need to do on the front end. Okay? So we're hand in hand. We are together. And again, that's another reason for Beauty Are Us. It's us. It's not just one person. We are a team of individuals that have these skill sets that make the world go round. Okay? Beauty Are Us, the podcast for beauty industry professionals. This is your safe space to laugh, talk, vent. And I hope y'all enjoyed the show today.
I'm going to say this before we end.
Yes.
I told them what I told, well, I want to tell them what I told you. Are you ready to make your first meal?
She asked me that, y'all. And I am.
Yeah.
I am. And I also want to have God prepare me for that first million.
It's all over.
Yeah.
You know, it's all over you. So with this being the first episode, I wanted this to be on record.
Yeah.
Because when you hit it, this just be a testament of where you came from.
Yeah.
Because you destined for it. And that's why I say you're first.
Yeah.
Because you're going to make it over and over. But I can't wait till you hit that first one.
Let's go.
Y'all already know.
2, we finna take off. She got the referee shirt on. Why? Because we finna get ready to run the play. Okay? Yeah, take that ball, run it all the way down the end zone, touchdown on them.
Coach gonna put you in.
Let's go.
All
See
right.
y'all next time.
Y'all already know. I am Tiffany, empowering Package Night.
And I am Alexis and Raquel, the AR Experience. And we'll talk to y'all soon.
This has been the Beauty Hour Us
Podcast.